Good morning, guys. Welcome or welcome back to this channel. It is a holiday here in Israel for the New Year's, and I've been spending a lot of time at home alone with my dog and have been really loving that. And I got the opportunity to go through a lot of my stuff, and I wanted to connect you and show you my project pen. So I do have a little candle in here that I got as a gift, and my coffee, and then a pile of makeup that I've hit pan on. And the thing is, I have decided on September last year to go with a no buy. So I haven't been purchasing anything for makeup. I was doing specifically a makeup no buy, and I haven't been purchasing anything unless I ran out of. And that happened several times. Ran out of several of my basic makeup product that I needed to repurchase, but the other ones I haven't been repurchasing, not even one. And that has been really insightful. First of all, I've learned how much time it takes for me to go through a product, for example, a foundation, which I'll show you in a second. But also, I've learned why don't I like certain products. So I've learned that, for example, squeezy tubes for lip gloss is something that I do not enjoy using. And I bought them because I thought they will be so much more fantastic than the, I don't know, wand ones, because they get less bacteria. So basically, you squeeze out the tube and you get the lipstick. But I've learned that I'm just not gravitating towards them, and the user experience for me is not fantastic. I've also learned that I don't really enjoy cool toned lip products. And only by trying what I already had in my collection, I managed to come to these conclusions, because I've only had a limited amount of products and I only allowed myself to use those instead of purchasing. And that experience, that putting them on and then wiping them off because I didn't like them, taught me a lot. So I'm going to share with you right now the products that I am keeping and loving and hit pan on. And then maybe in the end, I will show you the products that I am decluttering as far as makeup, and I'm going to give them away to my cousins or anyone who would like to receive them. Luckily, I have a lot of women in my family, so if I don't want something, there will be somebody else to enjoy it. So let's get started. The first product that I wanted to share with you is this foundation. I got that in September last year when I was on the business trip. I actually was using up my previous foundation on the trip, which was the Revlon Color Stay for Oily Skin. And I heard Emily Noel here on YouTube mentioning this foundation. And I need to keep in mind that something that is good for different influencer will not be good for me, even though Emily Noel did mention that it will be good for like normal to dry skin. If I remember correctly, I have oily skin, and regardless, because we were entering to fall and winter when I bought it in September, I thought it would be good for me. But it wasn't. It was still quite oily for me. However, you can see that from one September to another, I have strictly used that. I had no other foundations in my collection. And yeah, I've used up more than half of it, I would say. I am going to keep this around and retry it again this winter, not fall. Fall will be too hot for this because it is smudge running around and kind of bunch up in different area of my skin. However, I've been trying a new skincare routine that kind of helps me contain my oil level in my skin, and I see that makeup tends to last better on my skin since I've been changing my skincare routine. But anyways, I am going to keep this around. The shade of it, again, was not fantastic for me. It was not a perfect match. It was a little bit too pinky cool tone, and I think that I am a neutral leaning warm as far as my skin color, so it wasn't amazing. I have stuck with it and used it for an entire year, and yeah, it teaches me a lot. I mean, you can see how much product do you go through in a year. I only would knew that I am using a half of a bottle of foundation, I would never keep several ones all these years. I mean, for the last couple of years, I've been only having one foundation in my collection, but in the past, when I was younger, I had several of them. But it's definitely not needed if you're only going to be used this much. And keep in mind, I work in an office. I work 5 days a week, and I did my makeup at least 5 days a week. So I would do it to the office every single day. And then also on the weekend, if I was like going for a dinner or going out with friends, I would do my makeup all over again. So at least 5 to 6 days, I would say, per average every single week. So yeah, that tells you a lot. This is the progress that I've made on it in my project pan. CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear Light Airbrush Finish in the shade 820 Creamy Neutral. So the next product that I've hit pan on, but I actually have used it up several times, is the Essence face powder. What is it called? In shade Porcelain. 16-hour cover and last powder foundation. I will have to say that I have another one of these in my office, just in my office drawer to touch up throughout the day. Usually after lunchtime, I will go ahead and redo a little bit of my makeup. So I'll put some powder on because I do have oily skin, and I'll put blush, and I will be reapplying my lip product. So this is great. However, I prefer a different version of the foundation that they have, and this is what I'm going to be purchasing next time. But that was okay. I really do need a face powder for my skin every single day, and I do like to apply it even more strictly underneath my eyes because my mascara tends to budge, and that keeps it from happening. So yeah, as you can see, there's a big dent in it. Pretty big pan that I've had. I'm going to use this up and repurchase. I've already went through 2 of these this year. Next, I have a bronzer that I do have for a long time now, but I am going to keep using that. This is the Physician Formula Bronze Booster in the shade Light to Medium. The packaging is a bit bulky, if you ask me. I don't need that big of a packaging, but as you can see, I've hit pan in the middle. The middle had this kind of a dotted blush, like a pinkish peachy blush that I did like. And yeah, I'm using that. It adds some sheen to my skin, it adds some warmth, a little bit of a definition, and sometimes I like to take this and throw it in my crease. I've been loving that, hit pan on that, and that's the only bronzer that I've been using this year. I haven't been going through different ones, just this one that served me pretty well. Next, I have this Milani highlighter. This is in the shade Afterglow 01. I guess this is a strobe light highlighter. And as you can see, I've hit pan on it. Now, I do have 2 highlighters at all times, and I would like to keep it this way because I do like the versatility. This is the Cool Toned Champagne one, and the other one that I'm going to be showing you in a second is a Warm Toned Goldie one. Also, every single time that I've put it on my cheekbones, I also enjoyed throwing a little bit of this in my eyelids, and I found that to be really like brightening and wakening up my eyes on days where I didn't want to do my eyeshadows. Usually I do my eyeshadows to work, but in the hot summer days, I tended to go with a very light makeup that I wore to the office, and I would throw this and throw some of the bronzer onto my lids and in my crease, and that was it. It's beautiful. I loved it, and it takes a lot of time to hit pan and go through highlighters and blushes and stuff like that. Even if you are like me and you use them 5 days a week, every single week. The second highlighter that I've hit pan on is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Precious Petals. And it's the more gold tone one that I have told you about. It's warm, it's beautiful. It has some, not peachy undertone, but it's like more, to me, it's more of a rose gold touch to it, and I really like it. So again, I was taking it all over my lids on days when I didn't want to do an eyeshadow look now in the summer, but I do know that in the winter I tend to go with more heavier makeup in my eyes, and I love that. This is the 2 highlighters that I have. We need to have a sip of coffee here. Okay. Now, I only have 1 of each right now, but I have gone through 3 of those and then 3 of those the entire year. So this is the e.l.f. You cannot really see that anymore, huh? Eyebrow gel in the shade Taupe. I really, really love it. It's so affordable, and I've been enjoying wearing it. It's the perfect shade for me. However, they don't sell e.l.f. in Israel, so every single time that I'm ordering it, I order 3 at once, because I know 3 to 4 at once, because I know that this is what will last me for an entire year, and I just like to be safe knowing that I do have what I like to use. So I've been going through 4 of these, and I've already thrown those away, but I have kept this one just to show you. Because it says the shade. Yeah, there we go. Well, you can't really see it, huh? Anyway, this is in the shade taupe. And then this filthy mascara. I've been going through, again, 3 of those. This has been my favorite mascara for so many years. I've been going through, I don't know how many in years, at least a decade. Since it came out, I've been using that. And I feel like I'm finally ready to move on to the next one. I still have one of those left. We are entering October right now, so probably I'll have the other one that I can use up until the end of the year, and then maybe next year I am thinking about going with a different mascara. So if you have a good mascara recommendation from the drugstore that does not budge or smudge underneath the eye, please let me know. But only drugstore. I don't like splurging on a high-end mascaras. I don't think it's needed. There's also one lip gloss that I've used up, but unfortunately I have been throwing that away. This was the e.l.f. lip gloss in Mauve Glitz. It's my all-time favorite lip gloss. Again, they're not sending it to Israel, so, and I can't order them right now because they're no longer being sold on iHub, which is usually where I used to get my e.l.f. product, and they stopped marketing them for some reason. I don't know why, which is a shame. Now let's go with eyeshadows again. Another thing that I got from iHerb. I hope that they're like restock or something, because I've been loving shopping there. As you can see, it's it's very well used, really broken. I love to do eyeshadows to work, and as you can see, I've hit pan on the pinky shade, but also all of the other shades, and I'm not sure you can see, they're pretty well dented. This is the Wet n Wild. Oh god, it's falling apart. Wet n Wild color icon palette in the shade Heart and Soul. It has been beautiful. It really served me well. Oh my god, I got it all of my thumb there. It served me really well. I love using pinks, and I love using warm tone colors. I'm definitely going to keep using that. This is the pen I've been hitting. I've been also really loving this really nice champagne color, as you can see in here. And then the browns in here, the glittery browns I've been loving. And this shade in the middle, top row, is a beautiful crease shade. So I have that. Let me put that aside. And then another Wet n Wild palette, but they don't have the sticker on the back for some reason, so I don't know what shade it is, how it's called, but this is just the original one. At least here the packaging is connected, huh? You can see how well loved and used. This is the perfect, if you want to get just one eyeshadow palette, if you want to get started with makeup, go with this one. It's fantastic. It's super affordable. The payoff is so nice. The quality of the shadow is so nice. I'm not sure if you can see that I've hit the tiny bit of pan in the black one, because I use it. Can you see? I don't think you can, because I use it every single day as my eyeliner. I love powder eyeliner. I feel like it's less likely to smudge and move around, and it lasts for the entire day for me, so I do really like it. I love the champagne color that you can see in here. I love this kind of brown in the middle, medium brown, that I like to wear in my crease, and then all of the sparkly ones. Again, I do really love them, in the black, of course, that I use daily. So highly recommend. Super affordable and perfect for the office. And then these are not used up, but I have noticed that all of my lip pencil are getting smaller and smaller. So just for reference, this is almost a brand new one. I have been using that, but I wouldn't say that I've used it more than 10 times. And you can see like the height difference that it has with the older one. So I'm actually seeing many of my lip liners. These are just a few, but I have seen many of them getting smaller and smaller this year, and I'm not into purchasing new lip liners right now. I'm just gonna use up the ones that I have, but I have been starting now that September is over. So I was doing my no buy from one September to another. Now that September is over, and I'm getting into October, I am allowing myself to buy more makeup, and definitely some of those are going to be foundations because this one is not the right shade for me right now, or the texture. And then lip product, lip gloss and lipsticks, because I've used up my all-time favorite elf lip gloss, and I don't have that anymore. You might have seen it in my previous makeup video that I've done. I think I've filmed my makeup collection for you, and also I filmed my lipstick collection separately. Like, I was going through all of my lip products and swatching them. My lip liners are all getting smaller. So that's it, for the makeup that I've hit pan on. Now I might take you through a little makeup bag that I have, where I've put all of the makeup that I've been decluttering according to the lessons that I've learned from doing this No Buy year. So in here, I've just collected all of the rejected products and declutter products into this old makeup bag. I've had this makeup bag ever since I was a soldier, and that is 16 years. 16 years, so it's obviously going to be decluttered as well. I need to throw that away. But let me pull everything out so you can see them better, and then I'll take you through those. So I've consolidated all of my lip products in here. I have lip balm, lip gloss, lip liners, and lipsticks right over here. And let me take you through my rhyme and reason of why I'm decluttering. First of all, as I told you in the beginning, I found that I don't really enjoy using squeezy tubes, and I love lip gloss. I do have several lip gloss, but I do prefer them in the wand version. So I do have a couple in here, right? Yeah. Okay, so I do have a couple of here that I used to love in the past, but for some reason my taste has changed. So my preference of how I like to use my makeup has been changing. So I'm going to declutter those. And then I've also learned that I don't really like very slippery and thin lip glosses. So this is the lip oil. I don't like it. It's by Colourpop. I don't like using it. And then this is just the clear lip gloss from Essence. Again, the texture is not my favorite, but also every single time that I would apply this, I obviously applied it on top of something else that I've had on my lips, like a lip liner or a lipstick, and I just wanted to top it off. And it got all stained in the inside, so it's no longer clear. But regardless of how it's have been changing as far as color, I didn't like the texture of it. It was too thin for me. So I've learned that I like sticky, heavier lip glosses to accompany me. Next, this is a beautiful lip gloss as far as the formula. I do have several. I have 3 more of these, just in different shades. Butter gloss in the shade Clear. So again, a really beautiful formula. I do really, really love those. I love their size. I love their smell. I love their texture. Just this one, every single time that I've put it on before work, I ended up wiping it off and putting something else instead. So that tells you something about your preferences. So maybe one of my cousins can enjoy that. And then I have 2 lip balms that just did nothing for me. They're tinted lip balms, but I found that I have different ones that I gravitate towards. So for this one, it's from an Israeli brand called Beauty Care in the shade 13. I have 2 more of these, and I love the other ones that I have, the other shades that I have. I use them a lot. I enjoy wearing them to the office. This one, every single time that I wear it, it just feels like meh, and I don't want to be having a meh things in my collection. I much rather just stick to the ones that I really love and that I enjoy every single time that I wear them out. And then this is the Nivea Cherry lip balm. I don't like this. I prefer the Hooray one that I actually feel that helps my lips, actually nourishes my lips, and this one I just don't feel the same way. So I will stick to the one that I love. And I also love the Burt's Beats Red Dahlia. I've been using that a lot, and again, it's something that feels like it really nourishes my lip. So I'm going to be decluttering that. This one is a beautiful lip gloss. The shade is perfect. Everything about it is perfect. The texture, it's sticky as I like. This is the Laura Geller lip gloss. And as you can see, I've hit a good dent in it. However, it starts to smell a bit funky. I would love to have this in my collection, but I'm going to be decluttering that. I have no replacement for it. So the other lip gloss that I have silvery glitter to them. They're beautiful, but they're more silvery. And this is the only gold, really warm tone one that I have, and I loved it. But I unfortunately, it smells funky, and I'm not feeling safe anymore to put that on my lips. So it's going to be decluttered. Next, I have two red lip liners that I'm decluttering. This is from Essence, the first one, and then the second one is from an Israeli brand called Caroline, and in the shade Real Red. I don't like the Essence because of its texture. It's so rough and dry. It's one of those twist on, and I do find that I really like Essence lip liners, but the sharpened one, the twist ons are not good for me. They're dry, they're flaky. I don't like the user experience of them. And then this one, the Caroline, I do really love, and I have several like of this specific lip liner just in different shades, but the Real Red one is just doesn't look really nice on me. And as you can see by the cap, I have been trying that quite a bit. So I've been working on that quite a bit until I learned that I prefer my Kiko one. I have a Kiko red lip liner that I enjoy much better than this, so it's going to be decluttered. And then what I have in here is a bunch of lipsticks that didn't work for me. Some of them were too cool toned. Yeah, that has been basically the issue. They were too cool toned for me, except this one. This one is by Colourpop, and I'm not sure that you can see that it's well used from the inside. There's not much left. Yeah, I've used it a lot. This is from the Harry Potter range. I don't know what shade it is anymore because it's everything is rubbed off from me using it. However, I find that I prefer those kind of lipstick, like bullet ones, instead of a liquid lipstick. I don't like liquid lipstick, and I much prefer a tube for my lipstick. So I'm going to be decluttering that. It has been well used, as you can see, but I'm ready to move on. Now, the last thing that I'm decluttering are loose powder products, and I've learned that I just can't be bothered with loose product. These are beautiful products, by the way. These are from an Israeli brand, a natural brand called Minerals. They're beautiful, like the product and the quality of them. They're all natural and safe ingredients and really thoughtful kind of products, but I can't be better with loose powder. They just make everything so much more messy, and I don't like working. I don't like the experience of working with them. So I'm decluttering 5 shadows, and then one highlighter, one bronzer. And then in here is just a random Essence eyeshadow that didn't end up working for me, so I just use it several times, and then I'm going to be decluttering that. This is in the shade Lobster. It's nice. It's a pearly peachy color. You know what? Maybe I can utilize this for a blush. I would love to have something like that as a blush. So maybe I'll try to throw that on and see if I like it or not. But yeah, these are the collection. Let me move that away. So this is the collection of makeup that I'm decluttering. Some of my cousins are going to be very, very happy. Some of them are quite young and they're just getting into makeup, so they like experimenting with different shades and with different textures and with different type of products. So I think they'll enjoy that quite a bit. Hopefully you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you did. I will be seeing you in the next time. Bye for now. Happy holidays, by the way.